Shalom. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. Halalyam Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. And double honors to the elders in Israel that rule well. Umashna kabadyam Zakwanyam biyashram Shal Sadat. And of course, peace unto the elect house of David. I tried to do this a bit earlier, but I had hiccups. And I kept going, every sentence. I didn't think that'd be bearable. And now, there's enough raindrops. So excuse that, salach about that. But I don't control the elements. Lord willing, it's not too much. I listen back and it doesn't sound too much. So if you can bear with it, bear with it. Anyway, here we are. We're on WalletMor. And I was rather apprehensive, if that's the correct term. I was rather apprehensive about getting into this because I looked at the website and it looks sort of amateurish and there's not much feedback. But it does seem to be real. It does seem to be real. So take this and go do your own research on it as well, innit? As I would always implore thee to do. So WalletMor, let's watch this. A WalletMor implant. Lo and behold, what is that? What implant is that? It's the RFID microchip, the NFC, as it's known as in Europe. And here you have this post, look, world's first payment implant, fully biosafe, globally acceptable, premiere midnight, January 1st, 2021. Future starts now. And this would be perfect for a great reset, innit? Especially if the cash is transporting the thing. You've got a socially distanced way of paying. And there's not really much I can go into on the Facebook. But here we are. We'll hop onto the website. Well, so this is what I did. I was looking at this. We'll just look at it from raw. Here we are. So it looks like that to me. It looks sort of amateurish, but maybe I'm just being a pedant. So it's the wallet of tomorrow. I don't know if that's an article. You can't seem to click on that. It says pay with a wave of your hand. And what does that remind you of? You had the what's she called, Zoe from Amazon One, where she was paying with just her hand. But now this is saying pay with a wave of your hand, but it's evident what you're going to be paying with. Rather than I might film a bit of that, just put that. In fact, let me get that now.
Get through her day. What if all Zoe needed was herself? Introducing Amazon One, a free service that lets you use your palm to quickly pay for things, gain access, earn rewards, and more. Let's say you're grabbing your favorite coffee beverage, or heading into the...
Alright, so there you are. This is what I was saying before, but this was making out like it was with your hand. And yeah, I disliked it. Dislike it again. It's like you were sort of doing it with your fingerprint or something. But this is making it clear you're going to be paying with your hand, but there's going to be a damn thing inside you. You have that. You also have future starts now. Get your implant now. Fully biosafe, fully secure, and it looks sort of like what? Like, to me it looked like what? So I actually looked it up, and according to Endol, this is a legitimate company, and this address correlated to also another 2 websites which are verifying that it was a business. So yeah, man, it looks legit. It says it's an active company incorporated on the 27th of November. So it's only been active about a month, which would explain I don't know, the not so many views or whatever, or not why we've not heard of this. And they're meant to be launching this on the 1st of January. And these are still the same people here. You've got an American and a Polish person. These people keep coming up as contacts, so it seems legit. So as I've already said, make sure you're looking it up, because it could be a fabrication or whatever. But I don't think it is after looking at this. But still, take it how you will. And pause. Alright, so let's read some of these. Learn more. Pay with a wave of your hand, learn more. So it says it's the first ever digital wallet that is about to offer implants for contactless payments. Even though we're still working on the infrastructure, we are pleased to provide a limited number of fully functional payment implants. The first ambassador. So you might have loads of people getting excited about this, like trying, how can I apply? and getting excited about it, man. Because it's that tech, it's that image, it's that econ, the icon. Whether this is a real one or not, we know it's coming. But the whole idea of it coming in 2021, that would line up. 2020 is going to be mad, Lord willing. Inspiration. Now, I'm not going to read all this. Look, it's that fourth industrial revolution, which is really blending human with technology, with robot, more than a project. It's an NFC-enabled implant. Of course, that's RFID. Meet the team. So you even have pictures. You know, it would be a diligent thing for me to do. Would be to look up this guy. What's Jack? So he's on LinkedIn, which is like a professional's website. They're not going to try and make me do this. Alright, watch this. Touch the image is the correct way up. It depends if the frog's on the floor or the ceiling, innit? Anyway, look. WalletMor. Transhumanism believer. He's got 303 connections. So he says he's been there 8 months, a year. When did he create this account? Tanaka building. Again, it seems to be quite a lot to make a whole pages or a couple pages to fake this or whatever. But let's look up the other person and then we'll get back on with this. I think it was on that bit. Found it. So look, you've got a whole website on this guy. So this looks real, man. This looks very real. This is going back to 2013, so I'd say this is real. But as I've said twice already, look it up. Look it up. We'll push on with that. Just get your implant today. It takes. Let me take out my headphone. Right, apologies about that. I know the audio goes a bit rubbish on that, but I had to do it for the Zoe video. I forgot to take it back out. Get your implant today. It takes a lot of effort from the WalletMor team to complete this project on time, but our vision and incredible belief in the usability of the solution, which is a cutting-edge technology by itself, is our biggest motivation. And he said a transhumanism believer, if that is his LinkedIn. If you cannot wait until the official WalletMor launch and want to get your implant today, we are pleased to offer you an official WalletMor ambassadorship. Let's try and do this. I'm not trying to do it, I'm just looking, man. Chill. So it's available in 9 hours, man. So you'll see Jake and Eve lining up for that, man. Let's see, the future starts now. Let's see this. An account with implant assigned to allow for contactless payment. Don't have the full one yet, but there is an awareness. So this is gonna be how it's looking. Their little like promo company, and they probably do have it already, but they're just like, and then they'll be like, oh, we've had a breakthrough. You know how they work, man. Completely safe, allegedly. Your health is highest priority. Look, this is a lie, man. You will not surely die, is basically what they're saying. Revelation the 14th chapter tells you will. See, I'm not even going to bother reading this. Hey, but Proverbs 18 says if you're answering it before you heard the matter. We've heard the matter. This is an RFID microchip. This is the mark of the beast. Let's see about us. I think we've read this, we've read that. And there he is, man. There are you two guys. Let's hit the scripts. This is Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahawah halalyam had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath not God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Just like it's 100% safe. 100% safe doctrine. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, even down to Poland, even down in England. That's why you've got the Polish the Polish brother working upon this project. It says, And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand. If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so that's left or right hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that, to me, I don't know about you, but to me that doesn't sound like safety. That doesn't sound like 100% safe doctrine. No, sir. Let's get was it Psalm 58? Psalm 58 and 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. And it reminds me also of Sirach 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent? So when you go near a subtle beast and try to charm it and it bites you, what do you want me to do about it, brother? The warning's gone out, this word has gone out. We know what the mark is. You know what the mark is. This word for mark, charagma.
Strong's G 5480, charagma.
You can read all the definitions. Obviously there's not a singular antichrist. And the word is graven in Acts, and the rest are talking about Revelation. That's where you hear this word. Where does it come from? Charax, a pale or a palisade, something dug in, etching, like a engraving or a sculpture. I believe when you go in the Latin of Revelation 13:16, it goes into the word sculpture. Oh no. It's character. When you go in Acts 17 and 29, it's the word sculpture. The Vulgate, where are you? Character. And that's where you get the English word character, which is your impression upon someone. How you dug in, even to their conscience or whatever, and put your impression upon them. Of course, that's a spiritual application. We have camps like WFI, Adam Abbott, teach... yeah, but what does seared mean? When your conscience is seared with a hot iron, what does that mean? And of course, and then it goes to the Hebrews 4 and 12, it talks about being cut. Well, yeah, it's like when you go up on a basketball game and you I can't even think of a good example. But if you thrashed someone, or if you beat someone even in a game, that is a physical word, but it's got a metaphysical or a metaphorical application to it. This isn't talking about that. When you're being cut with the word, yeah, the word cut is talking about physically cut. But it's got a spiritual application. Esau isn't spiritual. To call Esau's mark spiritual, that's just off in itself. It's a very physical mark, man. That's why the physical. Let's hit Acts. Acts 17 and 29. For as much then as we are the offspring of God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by art and man's device. The word graven there, the graven of the beast. So what is the mark? How can that be a philosophy, a graven philosophy, an engraved? Well, really, brother, it's engraved on your conscience. You know? No, it's talking about a physical thing, man. A charagma. It's like you also have the word stigma, meaning to stick on. If someone's always doing folly, they've got a stigma as being a fool. It's like it's put on them. So you can have physical words which have a spiritual application. When you're talking about this carnal beast that actually is going to put a mark in you to cause you to buy and sell. I don't even think we finished that. No, read that. Let's read this. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, even a wallet. That's a wallet, man. That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And when you go in the next verse, it basically talks. If any man worships the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead. So worshipping the beast and his image will lead you into taking that mark. That's why it says he causeth all. The NLT says he forces all. Or not, I'm in the NIV. It says required there. But even when you go into that word for force, you've got the words here. Do, make, bring forth, commit, cause, work, shew, bear, keep, fulfill, deal, perform. That's the King James Version, of course. But he makes them do it. It's going to be through different incentives and everything like that. And when they report about Sweden and how they got the mark of the beast, going all about there, they'll push it as a thing of convenience, as a thing of cash no longer being king. The fact that, well, they mainly push it as convenience, but I do see that an angle now, especially with these second and third strains coming out, especially in the UK, the idea, and this company being based in the UK, but the idea that money's contracting, the pestilence, the crown royal, and we need to do something about it. So the most sane thing is to put the mark of the beast up inside you so you can buy and sell with it. And it'll start like that, and they're going to ramp it up to a point where you're either going to have to take it and get condemned and get that, 100% safe, but you'll still eat a nuke. 100% safe doctrine. Or you're just going to have to not take it and trust in the Lord Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Because right now we're waiting upon the one that smote them. Let's get that word smote. And let me find that script. Alright, it wasn't wait upon, it was stay upon. So Isaiah chapter 10 verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day. What day is this? Well, let's start from Isaiah 10:17, just read it through. And the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his Holy One for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briers in one day, and shall consume the glory of his forest, and of his fruitful field, both soul and body. And they shall be as when a standard bearer fainteth, and the rest of the trees of his forest shall be few, that a child may write them. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, and what's the escape in the remnant? That's the elect making it out of Jacob's trouble. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote him, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, the Holy One of Israel, in truth, 100% truth, all things, as the Messiah said in John the 18th, or is it John the 15th chapter? This is John 15:15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. All things, that's the 100% truth from Yahawah, went to Yahawashi, and he gave that 100% truth to the disciples. So if you say 100% truth isn't in the earth today, that's a cop-out, man. That's a cop-out. And that 100% truth comes with the prophecy, which is the most important part. The most important part, what is to come. Of course, history, the present, and understanding that for context, but we have to look forward and keep our eyes on the prize. The prize is that promise, the promise of the kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. We'll read it again, Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And it's going to be revealed in us, as we went into on the last lesson, Luke 17:21. Neither, or in fact, let's start at 20. Luke 17:20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, cometh not with observation. So, I know vocab's ran away. Vocab's taken an L and just gone on holiday and ran away. But it says the kingdom doesn't come by observation. Vocab Malone teaches that the kingdom's literally going to bust out the heavens and it's going to start coming down to earth and everyone's going, oh, wow. But that's talking about the elect being caught up in that cloud and coming back down. For the kingdom of God is in us. The kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi is in us, the hopeful elect. Even the Israelites, because the Pharisees, them that were condemned in Yahawashi, knew all men. Those that had condemned themselves by scoffing and mocking and acting the fool and not hearkening unto this truth, then they were still the kingdom of heaven. Because the kingdom of heaven has suffered violence from the days of John the Baptist, and the violent take it by force. That's Matthew chapter 11 and verse 12. And it talks about the Romans being that violent. And that could go back to Psalm 17 and 13, when it says the wicked is the Lord's sword. Revelation 21:2, it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And who's known as that bride? You can think of surnamed. You got Isaiah 45:4, for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect. I have even called thee by my name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. And when you get married, is less so and less so with the spirit of feminism in the earth and different things like that. But it was understood in ancient times that the marriage ceremony is really a possession being passed from one owner to another. Whether that sounds messed up or however you want, chauvinist and sexist or whatever, this is how it went down in the ancient world. However you want to look upon it now, that's not how the Lord set it up right now. Sorry, it is how the Lord set it up right now, but not from the beginning. Like even divorce, how Yahawashi said that. But anyway, that was the name of the father would be taken off and the name of the husband would be put on. So when we were surnamed by the name of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, that's us being married, us being in that contract. Even Jeremiah chapter 3 talks about how we are like as a wife. And it says, Jeremiah 3:1, they say if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. And it says, shall not the land be greatly polluted? Because like you have the seed, and you have the soil in it. So the land is represented by the feminine, and the masculine is where the seed comes from. You can even go to Genesis 1. But this is really about the mark of the beast. So I don't know how I got here, but we're here. Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. So now it's talking about there is with men, and it's there. And it says verse 4, and God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And what does that remind you of? Revelation 7 and start at 14. In fact, no. Start at 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. Jacob's trouble. These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb, meaning made pure, made righteous, justified through the faith in Yahawashi. Therefore are they before the throne of God, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, and serve him day and night in his temple, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. The tabernacle of God, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, is with men. It says, they shall hunger no more. This is heavenly Jerusalem, innit? They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb, which is in the midst of the throne, shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters. Living fountains of waters. And God, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. The same Jerusalem, the same heavenly Jerusalem. Like you've got Zechariah chapter 1, and then I'll get back to the topic. Excuse me. I don't know how we got here. Zechariah 1:19, and I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before a place. Now, where were we? Salah about that. Man's goings are of the Lord. How then can a man consider his own way? We'll go back to Revelation 13. And Vocab Malone, while we're on him, let's get on him again. He says the mark of the beast is sin. He says the mark of the beast is sin. Well, how can it be, man? Romans 7 and wait. Romans 7 and 17. Now then is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. So if the mark of the beast is sin, Paul has the mark of the beast in him. Or had. So how do you explain that? Right, Salah. What I was saying is it shows you there's no oil in these churches, man. There's no oil in these churches. Because this beast, sin has been around since the beginning, man. Since that serpent when we touched in Genesis 3, sin has been around from the beginning. So, this mark of the beast is only coming up in the 11th chapter when another beast arrives out of the earth. Not even, because in the time of, everyone has sinned, man. Except Yahawashi Mashiach. Everyone has sinned. And if we say that we've not sinned, we're lying. It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. So out of the sea arose a beast. So sin was around before this beast. So the mark is only mentioned in Revelation, man. That's the only time you really see the fullness of this. Of course, you've got Daniel 7th chapter, 2nd chapter, various places that go into the general, but not the specifics. So, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Lord willing, that was edifying. Peace to the elect house of David. Double honors to the elders in Israel that rule well. And all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi.